Hello, everybody. My name is Oscar, and this is TSS Vlogs, a place where you learn a little bit about me. Maybe I'll learn a little bit about you. Who knows? So, today's topic I decided will be more about the state I live in and kind of understanding where I live and telling a little stories every now and then, here and there, about things that happen in these towns or places I've lived in Wisconsin. So, as you already probably know, I live in the state of Wisconsin, and that state is it's pretty chill. It's a pretty nice state, not gonna lie. Love it here. There's winter, 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 and every now and then you get a little heat, but it's mostly like humidity. So it's not exactly enjoyable, but people around here love it. I love it. Um, I've kind of I've lost my touch to actually be able to handle the coldness and this kind of humidity because I have been moving from here in California and then back and then back and then back and then back and then back. And so, as you know, California has a little more drier heat, and all their seasons are just basically summer, and then you get like one day of rain, and then you get summer again. So, that's that. So, I can't really handle the cold much anymore, but I mean, people here that live here a long time can. I remember back then, I used to run around in just this and just shorts and then run in the snow and be like, oh, I don't actually care. And then now I can't even go outside without like 5 layers on or else I die. So that's fine. So the first place I remember living in Wisconsin, if you watched my second video, I think it was, I explained the different places that I lived and all these other things. But I moved here around the age of 5, 6 years old maybe, and it was nice. Like I said in my last video, it was cold, but I've never seen snow. I moved here around December, and it was just beautiful. The town is called Middleton, Wisconsin. I don't exactly remember what street, and I probably wouldn't say it anyways. But I lived there. Um, it was just a duplex, and mm, there was a duplex. I went to school nearby. I don't remember any like crazy stories from there besides the fact that our neighbor was kind of crazy, and my room was the room that like was kind of on the other side was the other room from the other side of the duplex, and so basically whenever the neighbor had like arguments, we could hear them pretty clearly, really clearly. So that was an interesting thing. But besides that, I got chicken pox there. Had my a couple birthdays. It was pretty fun. You know, chicken pox. I remember my friend's mom would not let me like touch my friend, but I could still hang out with him, just not like be next to him, I guess. And then she would like waterfall drinks into my mouth for some reason, which I don't know why. I can just have my own water bottle, but because I had plenty of water bottles, but whatever. And then after that, we became we ran. So after that, we moved to a town called Mazomanie, Wisconsin. Now, Mazomanie, Wisconsin, as I explained before, is not actually in the middle of nowhere. But the problem with that is that the towns around it are basically as small or as Mazomanie. So it I mean, there's towns around it, but those towns are also barely known, so it's kind of like they really don't even exist. So, besides Cross Plains and Black Earth is probably only known for its shoes and really good soil to grow crops on. But and then Cross Plains is known for, I don't know, Quick Trip, and that's basically it. Um, and you got Sauk City, like 25, 30, 15 minutes away, and that's known for Culver's. And that's basically it, also. So I lived there. Now, I did enjoy living in Mansylvania, Wisconsin, and I technically still live there right now. I'm staying with my aunt because it's a little closer to work. So that's what that situation is. But I remember when I moved to Mazo, I barely knew how to speak English. It was kind of hard for me to communicate, but over time it got better. But eventually I grew to resent animals. Not animals in like all in all, but I guess more specifically dogs. Not even dogs, because I have a purebred German Black Shepherd, um, and but specifically small dogs. Any type of small dog, any type of small dog. And the first dog that kind of got onto me was it was a wiener dog, and this dog hated me. It was like I lived on a cul-de-sac, so at the end of the cul-de-sac, the start of the cul-de-sac, um, I'd get dropped off by the bus, and then I have to walk all the way down. I was just an innocent little kid, just trying to walk home. Just all I wanted to do. There was this wiener dog that they would always let outside, and I didn't understand why it was never on a leash, because it attacked other people besides me. But for some reason, the people were um, I don't even know what they were thinking, but they would always just let the dog out there, and the dog would bark at me. And then I thought, first couple days, it didn't do anything. It just kind of stayed on its property. I thought, okay, well, this dog's gonna annoy me every day, but you know what? It's not gonna attack me. Wrong. So I'm walking, and this dog just goes full sprint with its chubby little uh, wiener dog legs, and it's just attacking me. It's just trying to bite at my ankles. I think he got me a couple times, and I just grab my backpack and I throw it at that dog. And I just run home. And I thought, okay, well, I have my uncle. He goes back, gets my backpack, comes back, and all that. Happened next day. It happens again. Only the owners are out there this time. And guess what happens? I get attacked by a dog. So the dog just comes charging at me. The owners just kind of look and don't really do anything. Eventually, they get the dog, and I was just once again I threw my backpack at it, and then I got in trouble for throwing my backpack at a dog. It's like, well, your dog's trying to attack me, and ever since then I've had a couple of interesting stories. I had some friends who are my neighbors technically, um, and they have this little Chihuahua, and now they have a Pomeranian, I think. But the Chihuahua used to like attack everybody. This dog was evil. Everybody hated it, or he hated, or she hated everybody. And then they got a Pomeranian, and this thing just hated. It's the same thing. I think it grew to hate from the other one, and to be honest, they probably taught each other how to hate even more. And this thing would just run up and attack me, and like I'm a pretty big guy, I'm 6 foot, and this dog just starts coming at me. This Pomeranian just comes at me, and I didn't know what to do. I hate small dogs, but I don't like hurting animals either. So I was either gonna kick this dog in the face or I was gonna run away. So I figured, well, I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm gonna throw my backpack at it. It missed it. It was like a ninja. It just kind of swooshed, and then it just started chasing around at me. My neighbor had a huge truck. Jump on top of it. My neighbor comes out and he's just like, "Oh, what's happening?" And I'm like, "That dog is attacking me." And then I feel so dumb because I look down from this tall truck. I look down and it looks like this like little pea is attacking me, and my neighbor just looks at me and just like kind of laughs, kind of kicks the dog, and then the dog runs away. And I felt so embarrassed because I jumped on top of his truck and I'm supposed to be this manly kind of 6 foot dude. And no, but I can't handle small dogs. I can't do small dogs. It's just not my thing. Everybody has their thing. Some people are scared of sharks. Some people are scared of dinosaurs. I don't like small dogs. I mean, to me it's a shark. To me it's a dinosaur. Same thing. So that's that. Um, I lived after that. I lived in the town of Lake Mills, Wisconsin. It's a little bit over by Milwaukee. Unless you're Wisconsin, you probably don't know where that is. Um, but I lived there for a little while because my freshman year, when the start of my freshman year, I figured I wanted a new school. I wanted a new start. Turns out to be a horrible idea. I had my first kiss there. Um, and that just goes downhill. I actually ended up moving because Um, but because of that, I couldn't handle any of that stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I left my old school because I didn't want drama. And then I came back here, and then that happened. So I ended up moving back to my old school, and it was a lot better. So then I moved to California, but that's not Wisconsin. So, and the next place I lived in was Madison, Wisconsin, as every city place has. There's north, south, west, east, and I live in one of those general directions. And I like it. I like it so far. It's nice. People are relatively friendly. We are soon to have a Chick-fil-A, so that's gonna be very exciting. The only other time I've had Chick-fil-A was when I went on a retreat uh, trip thing with my church down to Florida, and on the way back up or down, I think we stopped at Chick-fil-A, and I got whatever sandwich they have there and their waffle fries, and they were beautiful. So that was nice. And see, and then crazy stories. I'm trying to think, man. I do remember one time though we were heading over to Madtown Twisters, and we stopped by this one car. We stopped next to this one car, and we were just all hyped up. We were ready. We were full of energy. We just wanted to go. We look over at the car and we start screaming at the car, just like yelling and just being obnoxious and kind of just like blasting our music and kind of doing some of this stuff and blah blah. And the car kind of just looks at us, and we speed, and then it kind of goes into like a race, and he turns on his window, and he just looks at us with a serious face, and he just says, "Don't start anything you can't finish, boys." And I'm just like, whoa. By the way, did you like my serious face right there? It was pretty nice. I know, I'm a good actor. So we start going. We had a turn, so I mean, of course, we didn't finish the race, but I think if we would have raced, continued to race, I'm pretty sure we probably would have lost. Probably would have lost. I don't lie. But besides that, I can't remember anything big happening. I mean, I got in trouble for um, what are those shoes that they used to have back in the day? I think somebody knows, probably out there knows what they are. They had wheels on them. Heelys, I think they were called. I got in trouble for heeling in Walmart because they said it would ruin their floors. Um, but yeah, yeah, that happened. So besides that, I mean, that is about all I can come up with for Wisconsin. We have the world, we have the water park capital of the world here in Wisconsin, Dells, proclaimed. Um, we have cheese. We got beer. That's because Wisconsin is basically populated with Germans. Um, not real Germans, but people who have ancestors who are German of some sort. And so we have beer and we have cheese. We I don't know what else we have. It's cows, I guess. I don't know. So today's vlog wasn't exactly all that exciting, but I did know I want to start slowly with the bigger stories. I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from before I give you the insights on deeper things in my life. So until then, you know, um, thank you for watching today. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. Uh, Share also. And if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, or that's about the only two that I currently use, link will be down below. And, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.